from the LDS Gospel Group Manitour.
Okay. Well, they're playing the national anthem right now.
That's okay. Can we talk during?
Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey, why aren't you singing with them?
Sika. Yeah, look who's there, mate. Yep.
Look at the drone.
Yep. Yep, thanks. That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, BYU will be issuing the challenge to Utah.
Who's controlling that up there, Justin?
Oh, he's right down there.
Right down the end there. Oh, very good. Very good.
How long were you there? stable and score set pieces, okay? So if we get clean set pieces, space, and quick ball, it should be a fine game.
It's based on a passage in the Book of Mormon about
Well-
the stripping horse.
Well, welcome to BYU Southfield on the beautiful campus of Brigham Young University for tonight's matchup between the BYU Cougars and the Utah Utes. My name is Mark Ormsby, and sitting alongside me is my ever-faithful and great analyst, Justin Nadal. BYU has basically had a straight path through to tonight's game, having handily dealt with all opponents with the exception of St. Mary's. Their first game was within a point at the final whistle, but BYU handled them quite easily when they came into town. Utah enters this game tonight with plenty of motivation to win this game, having just come off a home loss to California Berkeley, the number 2 ranked team in the nation behind BYU. The other motivation, of course, for both teams tonight is that they are playing for the Wasatch Cup, which means whoever wins gets the bragging rights for the next year. Justin?
Yeah, looking forward to an exciting game tonight. I like BYU in the black and blue. Love those uniforms. Maybe a little shout out to Rhino for the kit this year. Utah's starting 6 freshmen and only 3 seniors, so kind of a young team. We'll see how it goes.
BYU kicks off. BYU, I should say, kicks off. Comes down just outside the U's 22-meter line. Want to use the forwards up the middle.
Clear release.
Referee doesn't like that.
Clear release. There.
Requiring BYU's forwards to release the tackled player. So the first penalty goes to U of U.
Playing number 9 for Utah is Josh Weber. Played here at BYU for about 3 seasons and then transferred up to Utah during this last offseason. He's a great player, and you can expect him to organize their backs and keep the forwards kind of marshaled the way a good scrum half ought to.
Just a Jackson Kucker marshalling his men in the line out. U of U to throw in. So Goff's looking down the line, and he sends it to the middle of the line. It's controlled well by the U of U players. And there's the first mistake of the evening, a drop. Hafen picked it up and sent it out wide to another wing. The U is still controlling this ball effectively. First thing you'll notice tonight is the patience and calmness of both teams. They're getting organized early in the game. Nobody's panicking at this point. Mills drives through, sets his ball on the ground. Weber digs in, sends it back out. BYU's up on the line. But the U of U is gradually inching their way down the field. Goff, he drives through, sets it back. Weber takes it out left. Rufflin's taken it, and now it goes out left even more. First by 5'8" Kupu. He has a go. And the U of U is still moving upfield ever so slowly, but they are making progress. Now it looks like the obvious tactic here is just to use their forwards for a while.
Well, they do. They like to set a pod of forwards, and so does BYU. Well, most rugby teams do these days. But Utah will set a pod of forwards off the ruck. They'll try and set up their backs with a nice bash up the guts from the forwards, which is what they're doing right now.
Rufflin drove it up there. Now we have Mills, tight head prop for the U of U. Mayer comes in. Still there, nice and clean. Morrison sends it out.
Looks like Otta Elkington may have just injured that shoulder a little bit, the one that he tweaked a few weeks ago.
Is he out there grimacing, Justin?
Excuse me?
Who did you say hurt?
Otta Elkington, yeah.
Is he out there grimacing a bit?
Yeah,
oh,
well,
he is.
the medical staff's out there attending
Yes,
to him.
he's the injured player on the field.
Yeah, we're going to play on and kick for touch and see if we can run this line out. He doesn't seem to be in the way, so they'll probably go.
Mockey's put it inside the U of U's 22-meter, about 8 meters inside their 22-meter. But Otta Elkington is laying down on the ground here. He seems to be in some pain. So it looks like we'll stop here. Referee's call time off.
Yes, I was talking to John Law, one of Utah's coaches, prior to the game, and I was asking if there were any storylines, anything we need to talk about. It looks like only a couple of these kids are not from the state of Utah on the Utah team. A couple of kids from California, and the remainder of them are all from Utah. They're local kids. A few of them had some high school experience, and a lot of them are having first-time experience in college.
Ada Elkington is definitely coming off. This is a sad situation for BYU. They will miss him this evening. BYU takes it at the top. Pakula, he is so close to the goal line. Mocky sends it out to the right, and of course it's in here. We have a try. Who do we have the try with?
Is it Ricky? No? Yeah.
It's Ricky Tuihalaladia.
I saw the green shoes,
Loose
and I
hit
knew
prop.
it was Ricky.
Boy, this game has really changed, seeing forwards score and score and score. Isn't it great to see this? This is great.
Yeah, everybody's cross-trained. The backs ruck now. The forwards get wide and can pass and run and score. It's a whole different deal than when you and I played.
Oh boy, it's a full 15-man game now, that's for sure. 30 when you combine both teams. Now, let's see how his percentage is tonight. His being Kelvin Whiting.
So Coach Smith, some of the keys to this game are going to be winning the battle up front. He felt a little bit discouraged at the scrum earlier in the week and wants to tighten that up and make sure that they take care of business in the scrum. And they know that the Utes are going to kind of pick and jam and pick and drive off of the rucks, so they want to make sure to defend those pods. Watch for that throughout the game.
There goes Francois Stain. Kelvin Whiting, and he's got that. That snuck through the left upright. So BYU goes out to 7, U of U 0. Now we have some of the BYU boys looking directly into the sun. However, they've taken it well on the reception. Mocky gives a nice pass out to Kuka. I think that's Foster. And that's Jared. No. Who was that? Oh, anyway, U of U has gathered it. This is the U of U's fullback, Kingsford.
He didn't look like he had a whole lot of idea what he was going to do on that counterattack. He kind of came slow and just kind of came up to his forwards, but wasn't super dynamic. We'll watch for that as the game moves on.
Now there's a bit of a... Now the referee has called side entry on Jackson Kuka. And Jackson has a little word to himself. And the referee gives a polite finger to the mouth. Penalty has taken BYU back into their territory, 2 meters inside their own half.
I didn't talk to the coaches about any of the game strategy on the BYU side, but it's going to be fun to see if they try and kick for the corners and put Utah back under pressure, or if they're just going to run with the ball in hand.
Goes down the back of the line now, but it's not controlled. Pakula chips it through, but it's picked up by a U of U player. And Weber puts it up and out to the sideline. Very effective actually. Comes to the sideline just outside BYU's 22.
So Josh Weber is playing at scrum half for Utah wearing number 9. His younger brother, Zach Weber, is starting for BYU at inside center wearing number 12. Their oldest brother, number 1, Aaron Weber, played for BYU for a couple of years in the forward pack. So these are the second and third Weber brothers to play for BYU.
Keep an eye on the tackles between those two players.
If it gets out of hand, we'll call Father Aaron down out of the stands to regulate. How about that?
Foster's looking in. Sends it in there. Referee's happy with the throw. Mocky. I think that's Jensen.
By the way, Matt Jensen's back this week.
It's good. He recovered well, they know.
Yeah.
Now it looks like there's a bit of space out here. Foster's in the back line. Now Anderson decides to go back in.
Tackler must clearly release.
Tackler must release the tackled player, and he didn't do that. Penalty BYU. And we have a kick to the sideline, which takes BYU into the U of U's 22-meter.
That's a great kick from that angle. Gets them down, how far out are they, 15?
Yeah, if that
15
probably,
meters from the goal line, yeah. BYU's got their back spread all the way across the field. We got the open side winger all the way on the sideline over
It's
here.
out the back of the line out, and Jensen comes in behind and takes the tap down, or the pass down. Mocky sends it out. And there's a chip through. Is this going to catch people off guard? No. Whiting was in there to see his fortunes, but not quite.
So when you watch BYU on attack, they'll spread the entire field out. They'll put their open side wing all the way on the sideline. What they're trying to do is get the Utah defense to match them and spread way out and create gaps.
Come on, let's kick.
Okay, BYU, Mocky, out to Blazer. Ryan Blazer takes on two defenders. Sets a beautiful ball on the ground here. Oh, and it goes out to Schofield. Schofield takes his man on, but he's tripped up. Caught by the bootlaces. Now goes out to Forster. He drives up the middle, challenging the U of U defense. Now goes out left.
Oh, they've got
Jared
numbers.
Whippy set it out wide.
Come on!
Joshua Anderson jinks in, goes out.
Oh, you were tackled. You were tackled. You must release.
Yeah.
You must release the ball. You were
Yeah,
tackled.
Jared Whippy's still at 10. Out of Elkington came off the field from his flanker position, and Sam Merrill replaced him. You'll see Sam, I believe he's wearing the scrum cap. This is Sam's first year of rugby, so he's been kind of a fun surprise for the coaches.
Now we go back into BYU's territory at their 10-meter line. U of U are setting up with a very deep back line here. And the BYU backs have noticed this, and they're matching up accordingly.
Yeah, BYU will line up their centers and fly half in tight, and then show the sideline to the attack and try and corral them to that sideline.
Hafen comes in, sets it down. He's got coverage by his backup backs. Rufflin takes it up another 5 meters. Weber.
Another pot of forwards here on the near side. Looks like they'll set up the backs now.
Hands away, block! Back up, back up.
Now
back
all
up.
backs are out to the right. Strong. And it's gone all the way out to Hafen. Oh, that's a good tackle, but hello. Now apparently it wasn't, because this young man has come out with a bit of color on his face. There's going to be some talk here between the officials.
You know, he did get him off the ground, and it looked initially like he released him. He didn't pile drive him. He didn't lift his feet above his hips. I'm not sure what the rules are exactly on that, Mark.
Yeah, once you raise your hips above the plane and your shoulders go below the hip level,
14
you
with his
must
blood,
release
he's
them.
that sorted.
If you raise it even higher, then it's all over. Chances are you get a yellow card on it.
You dropped
So,
him on his butt, therefore it's only a yellow card.
yes, that's exactly
So he's
what's
giving him
happened
a
here.
yellow.
So Joshua Anderson
It's a blood stuff. He was
failing
already
to bring
bleeding
his
before that, okay?
defender to the ground safely.
See if we can get a
bleeding
replay
blood.
on
We
that.
see
He's
the
on.
yellow on this one.
Marcus here.
So
Mark
let's see,
here.
their wing is
9.
now off. He's got 10 minutes to get the blood stopped. He can come back on without any problem. So they have number 20 as a substitute on that
It'll be
right
Farrington.
wing, Farrington. And Josh Anderson will be off for 10 minutes. Let's see.
Hold here.
And here we've got it.
Well, yeah.
Well,
That was a good form tackle. Got him a little high,
Stay in
though.
the
Picked
15.
him up a little
Stay in
high.
the
Actually, as
15
I've
until the line's over.
seen that, the blood actually started somewhere else on the field. This
No,
was
yeah, the blood
completely
wasn't
different.
caused from that tackle.
Yeah.
He was bleeding from something before. In
Yeah,
fact,
I
he was down on the ground,
Over there.
yeah, earlier.
Okay, BYU snatched this one. Foster's got it. Yeah, who we got here?
Zach Weber.
Weber's taking it up.
Ruck.
Mockey's controlling it at the base. Johnny Lane. Mockey. Jared Whippy decides to send it down. Gains some real estate, and it's a good bounce. Ricky Tui Hilanania almost pulled it off.
Good chase by Ricky. You know, how many front row players do you see chasing the kicks?
Not that often, and
Love it.
that was a pleasure to watch that.
Go get him, Ricky.
This loose head prop for BYU's got some speed. He's got some wheels.
Yeah, he's really well put together. He's fit. He's strong. He loves the game.
Foster's in the halfback position. Halfback Mockey's in the front of the line. Goff sends it up front.
It's over.
Weber gives a long pass out to his first 5'8", Kupu. Kupu sends it out to number 12, Strong. Strong gave it to 16, Kingsford. Fullback coming in.
That was on the well, I shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, what's happened here?
Looked to me from here
10.
like it was a tackle on the shoulder, but the replay will give us a better idea.
There, Captain. That's 2 in a row of dangerous
He
tackles.
said it's a dangerous tackle.
Bring it down. Safe. That's my bad. Okay? Safe.
Okay, the referee's giving BYU captain.
You know, he used his
warning.
arms, tried to use the right
High tackle.
form.
Yes.
Hard to know exactly without.
And the kick by the U of U
So, you know, one thing you always see out of these games is
Takes-
emotion early.
takes it just outside the 22-meter.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You'll see both teams running hard, tackling hard,
Drop 'em in,
rucking
drop 'em
hard. That's the nature of this rivalry.
Good.
Goff sends it in. Brought down by Rufflin. Weber. Out to Kupu. Kupu out to Thomas. Thomas has dropped this. BYU, let's see what BYU does with this.
Blazers on the scene.
Ryan Blazer up from the fullback position. Has forced an error by the U of U team. And the referee rewards him with that
Scrum.
after the U of U player has knocked it on. So BYU in the attacking mode now, just outside the 22-meter of U of U.
Here's your mark.
Not here. Utah 23.
You know, watching this
You're
game,
fine. You're both
Justin,
to the left.
reminds me of watching an international game. It's very composed. It's very controlled.
Yeah, it's
Very
crouch.
calculated.
No, the emotions haven't taken anybody out of control, and no one's doing anything crazy, but they're just playing really hard, and that's what the emotions ought to do. You shouldn't do anything bad or wrong or cheap or any of that thing, but the hard play is what everybody appreciates.
BYU controls it. They've won the scrum.
Oh,
Jared Whippy sends
look at
it
the
in.
gap.
Now this is Whiting.
Yeah.
Kelvin Whiting. Kelvin Whiting goes in. Try for Kelvin Whiting.
Well, that was nicely done. Jared Whippy, I should say, just held the ball and saw the gap and just popped him right through that opening. And of course, Calvin knows, run to the opening and the ball's going to be in the opening. And then he broke a couple of tackles and to help himself, put it down between the posts.
Very good, Kelvin Whiting.
When you're the kicker, you're put your own tries down right between the posts. Get those.
Let's see if Moine Stain here can kick his try to convert his try to bring it up to 14. I shouldn't jinx him, should I, Justin?
Yeah, we better not talk about it. Although, you notice the boots? Look, he's back at center and he's taking off the flashy boots.
Well.
On Tuesday night, he was playing 10. Thought he was
He
special.
learned his
Had
lesson,
the pink
didn't
and purple, whatever. Yeah.
he? Yeah.
And he's 2 for 2 on conversion. So it's got to be the boots.
Kelvin Whiting converts. So BYU 14, U of U 0. Running time at this point is 16 going on 17 minutes. Beautiful temperature tonight. It's probably hovering around about 52 degrees. It's very pleasant.
The fans are still in the sun, too. The majority of the field is now shaded. The stands are still sunny.
High kickoff. U of U know to utilize the sun, but BYU's up to the task tonight. Mockey's control this, but let's see what happens here. Let's see what brother Nye does on the ground. Sam Merrill drives up. He wants to pull some defenders across onto him, create some space. Jared chips it out here. This is what I call a kick pass. And Schofield's got it. Oh, if he had connected there.
Close.
If Blazer had caught
Close.
that, he would have been putting the blinders on and heading for the try line. Didn't pull it off.
Sam Merrill's on as a sub for Ara. And, you know, the thing that he does every time he comes on as a sub, he breaks the gain line when he runs with the ball, and he sets it up on the ground. He doesn't lose it in the tackle. He doesn't get tackled behind the gain line.
He's a quality player.
Look, if you're going to be a first-year guy, do a couple of things really,
He's a quality
really well.
player, what I've seen of Sam Merrill, man.
Yeah.
My hat off to you, Sam.
He's been trained, and he does what he's been asked to do, and that's a nice thing.
Well done.
Fine.
There's one thing you want to see is quality scrums in a match of rugby match, I should say. And BYU's got the dominance on this one. So tight head to BYU, and they're moving it out. Whiting has seen a bit of a gap back here, and it's rolled out over the sideline.
So that's probably the fourth kick behind the defensive coverage. So they must have seen, either they've seen something on film and worked on it all week, or they've, you know, the wings have seen something and called it down into the 10, but they're starting to kick for corners and gain territory that way.
And when you have a team do that, you know they've got some substance behind them. It takes some thought. Goff.
Oh, we're fine.
Now this goes out the back.
Stay there.
Number 8. Morrison has handily taken that. We have a clearance to the sideline.
It's interesting when Utah takes that line out, they come down and they stand and they wait, and then they calmly and slowly pop it back to the scrum half. You don't see them coming down quickly and getting rid of it quickly. They're very patient or calculated with the way they do that.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that this has got a feeling of a test match to it, because that's what test matches are all about too. Here we go, Mockey sends it out. Webby's got it, gives a flick back. UVU's taking the opportunity to block this run.
That was a big tackle. I think 12 is feeling that.
Now BYU's turn this over.
Come back.
Hello, referee doesn't like something.
On the ground. Good coach. Hey, mate, you have to wait for me. All right, remember, for me to on the put in. Wait. All right.
Get him.
Hold here. Hold here. Full.
Let's see if they use the same patience here in the middle of the field that they do when they're kind of deep in their own territory. Oh, stolen.
Okay, BYU's got this.
Sam Merrill
That's Sam
again.
Merrill. Hands up play by Sam Merrill.
Well done.
He's got the U of U backs going backwards. Whiting sees the gap. He's going to exploit this. And Mr. Weber sends it out to his outside man. Schofield goes in for the try.
Is the Ben's on after the kick? Is he? Yeah. Okay.
That was nicely done off a stolen line out, and they just moved it all the way out to the wing. Well, it didn't quite, well, it did make it to the wing eventually.
Wes.
Summers.
Who is it?
After the kick, yeah.
I love the way he moved down the sideline and drew that last defender in. I feel like a broken record. I say this every time they score, but the backs are really doing a good job this season of being patient, drawing a defender, and then putting their support into an open gap.
Certainly. That looked
Very
really
well
good.
done. So Calvin's out here 25 meters out and off to the side. I don't know, maybe it's a 30-yard kick altogether, but it's the right angle for a lefty. You want to be on this side.
I'd like to see him slot this one. Let's get some confidence here, Mr. Whiting. Oh, and he's hit this one well.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
it's snuck through the left upright again.
3 for 3.
3 for 3. And so he's going to be a happy camper after that one. BYU 21. U of U 0.
Calvin Whiting's got 11 points on the night, a try, and look at the crowd. It's full, right? They've got the entire grandstand full.
There is a packed stadium there.
Yeah, and the end zones are full.
That's a high kickoff once again. U of U exploiting the use of the sun. Ryan Blazer launches this one.
Oh.
He's got some snow up there. Oh, hard luck, Mr. Schofield.
They're going for the ball. Both going for the ball.
Yeah, they were both going for the ball.
Yep.
Both going up for the ball.
That's a good call.
They're not.
I tell you what,
That made me nervous, I'll
if
be
he
honest.
had picked that one, this would have been a good run down the side here if he'd had support with him, because there was nobody back here.
So we weren't stable and then we had to put in before, okay? Please wait.
Referee's asking Josh Weber to just wait a second until he stabilizes the scrum before the put in. I like when the referee talks to the players and makes sure everybody's on the same page.
Fine.
Well, Mr. Summers, Derek Summers, is the referee. He's one of the top referees in the United States, and we are honored to have him on the field this evening.
No, you're pulling back, far side. You must go forward.
Pulling back on the far side, so
You
tight
must
head.
go forward.
Tight head for BYU's getting nailed for this. It's very hard to discern what's actually happening there.
Does he get help from the side judge?
Yeah,
He must.
He would have got called from the touch judge on that one.
Yeah.
And in this case, it's not touch judges; they're actually assistant referees tonight, apparently.
So they can make recommendations from the sideline when they see. Yeah.
So U of U has an opportunity here to put some points on the board. And their kicker this evening is Mr. Weber.
He's a good kicker. He's done it for years. He's got a lot of skill. He's composed. He's played in a lot of these games. Should be just. Oh, he pulled it a
And
little
he's
bit.
hooked this one. In the golfing vernacular, he's hooked it to the left.
Just go forward, all right?
So BYU will take a drop out.
Back up. Good.
That's a good one. It's high, coming down at the 50-meter line.
Oh, wow.
And U of U players knock this forward. It's playable.
Advantage.
Josh
No,
Anderson
we'll
is
play
going
back
to set it, but the referee was playing an advantage there because U of U knocked it forward. So
Yeah,
we'll
that
come
thing
back for the scrum.
Went about 15 yards off of his chest all the way back down the field. So BYU will take the 15 yards and move up.
Did that come off his hands or did it come off his
I think
chest?
it came right off his chest.
Well, you know what? As a youngster, that happened to me, and all I could hear from the sideline was my father laughing. So I can feel for that
Yeah.
young man.
I've been there myself.
Crouch. Fine.
Nothing like when Dad laughs at you from the stands.
Yeah. 35 years later, and I've still got that thorn in my side. Right, BYU's moving it here. Whippy gives it to Sam Merrill.
loop, look at
but
the
he's
loop.
missed him. The connection's not there, and U of U is taking an opportunity here, but they can't hold the ball either.
They had numbers on the counterattack. They may have made something happen if they'd held on to it.
And I see Thomas on the ground, grimacing to say to himself, why did I drop that ball?
Please hold the gap. Please hold the gap before the set. Okay.
Both sides.
Please hold the gap before the set.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, go over there.
Well, it's looked like
hold the
pretty
gap
clean
before the set.
ball
Yeah.
for BYU in the tackle. They haven't lost a lot of balls in the tackle. They've had a knock on or two, but they've cleaned up kind of going in and offloading and losing it and squirting it out. That's nice.
Now, U of U has got a split field here. This is a dream come true for most teams when you get the scrum in the middle of the field. Oh, now there was a bit of power going in there.
slipped
So they're
here.
both gone to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm watching their players
I
on
see
this
it, I
side
see
that are on,
Score here.
away from the grandstands on our side. And as that ball's coming out the back of the scrum, they're just standing straight up and down, hands on their sides. They don't look like they're even getting ready to go anywhere.
That was
It makes
good.
me
That's what I
wonder
want.
if the
That's
ball's going
perfect,
to
right?
the opposite
Point
side
seven, that's perfect, okay.
if I'm reading body language. You see these guys? It may have changed.
We're having a reset here.
Crouch. Bind.
Yeah, the guy out to the right is
Set.
looks a little more ready.
Weber puts it in. So it's
Sure
a
enough.
well-hooked ball. Now Thomas sends it around behind him. And the replacement, Farrington,
Tackle on me.
can't go no further, so he sets it up.
Still up. Now he's down. Release him. Release him.
BYU's defense is up. They're not giving the U of U any inch, any margin. And
Great
in fact,
two-man
they're driving
tackle.
them back here.
Great two-man tackle. Oh, he saw a gap.
Now, let's see what Kupu can do. Oh, Kupu's got it off.
He's pretty fast for a
Strong's
big guy.
going. Strong's going. He may be living up to his name. U of U's on attack here. That's the BYU 22-meter line.
Hold there.
Midfield once again. Thomas. Keeps possession.
Rock.
Oh, and the referee was unsighted on that one. However,
Knock on.
touch judges called it.
Knock on here.
Well, they're on that break. The fly half kind of gave a dummy pass out there and then
Play
took
it
the
on
gap.
first, okay?
And the offload is beautiful. And their big inside center just took down the field, and it didn't look like the back three for BYU wanted to tackle him much.
So that's why you have assistant referees on the sideline, folks. The referee was unsighted because he had to get his eye out to get everybody on side, keeping the back lines honest. And in that situation, he was unsighted
Give
as
him
to
space,
the
give him
halfback knocking the
space.
ball on.
Crouch.
So the touch judge stepped in and says, hey, there was a
Bind.
knock on there.
Set.
Now Moggy wants a clean scrum here, and he's raising his arm saying, hey, this is
No,
unsettled.
neither side stable. Neither side stable.
Is that just a matter of each side
Appreciate
starting
the
to push
opinions, but
before they
thank
ought to?
you. Okay.
Yeah, and then it goes
Quiet.
back and forth.
Go
In the old
again.
days, you just engage and start pushing, huh?
Yeah.
Start the battle.
Yes, halfback just trying to put the ball in any time he can,
Yeah.
anywhere he can or she can.
Crouch.
These guys have it easy.
Bind.
Static scrums, roll it in.
It's very robotic these days, isn't it? Oh, well, here we go. BYU's back to Pakula. Nice ball at the back, and he drives forward.
No.
Webber's there with him.
Offside.
It looks like we've got a side entry here.
Tonight before the game, Joe Pakula came to me. He sought me out and came up and he said, you wait and see. I won't lose any balls in tackle tonight. That's my goal. He wants to break the gain line. He wants to break tackles. He wants to rumble down the field, but he assured me that he'd be setting that ball up nicely on the ground for the recycle.
And that's what you want from a number 8.
It is. And yeah,
If you get a number 8 that's, keeps possession of the ball and knows how to move it.
yeah, and a couple of weeks ago he was just professional at that, and then last week he had a few lost balls, and so tonight that's the goal of his.
Foster waiting for the call, and out she goes. Now Kaka's gone up there to get this, and he has. Foster, the man throwing the ball in, has received this and has set it for Mocky. Pakula.
No, wait.
He does set it
Nicely
back.
done.
And here we go, Mr. Nye.
Touch call.
Logan Nye. Hard luck, Logan. U of U's playing some tough defense here.
We'll let the match. Hold on. We'll let you match. What's your entry, okay, at the breakdown, okay, please?
Now we got the jumper in the front, or the jumper at the back. However,
Knocked on.
there's a knock on by
Scrum here.
U of U's lock. Actually, it was their flanker that went up after that, France. Let's knock that forward, I think.
Well, based on past history with BYU having a scrum here about 30, 35 meters out, this is this is when they like to attack. These backs are over here setting up their play. You can see them talking to each other. They've got Kevin Schofield all the way out on the sideline, trying to, and you see that Utah's kind of spread out. There are a couple of gaps. We'll see if they take a gap or if they use the full width.
Now, everybody's matched up on the U of U side, but I think Schofield may be unsighted here.
Back up, scrummy. Ball's out.
Schofield's unsighted, actually. See this?
Look at that gap.
And there goes Blazer. And Ryan Blazer
What a
does
play.
dink, and he's in. Ryan Blazer, straight up the middle.
Well, that's exactly what they wanted to have happen. BYU brought the weak side wing on. They had the fullback in. So they had every back on the scene. Utah's weak side wing was late to come over, and their fullback was playing back deep. So it made everybody kind of spread out. And BYU saw that gap. They ran the miss, and let's watch the drag line. Yeah, that's a fullback just coming straight through on a miss three.
Oh, he had a nice run there.
Yeah.
Stood his man up and went around him. Well done, Ryan Blazer.
Yeah, missed the center, hit the fullback on a straight line, and when the Utah guys are matched up on their opposites and Utah's fullback is back, there's no one matching Blazer, and he just found that gap. And then he beat the fullback deep.
Here we go. And Whiting converts.
4 for 4 on conversions. A couple of easy ones, so that's good.
So that takes BYU out to 4 tries, converted tries, which is 28. So they're building a mountain for the U of U to climb. And we've still got 6 minutes to go in the first half.
We forgot to get excited when BYU went back to full strength. They had Josh Anderson out for 10 minutes, and I believe did they score a try when they were down a man? Or maybe not. I think they were scoreless when they were down a man. Then when Anderson came back on, they got this try.
Weber takes it, puts it out there. It's just a 12-meter kick. Nobody's controlled this. It's actually knocked on by a U of U player. It's nice to see BYU back in their good colors.
I've got a couple of really great nephews down here on the sideline that are the ball boys. Maybe the camera will get on them eventually.
I do like this uniform, Justin.
The black and the blue?
Oh,
the
yeah.
cobalt? Yeah, that looks great, doesn't it?
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, Rhino's a new supplier, and I think they've done a pretty good job.
Mockey's fed this in, and the ball has come back to Pakula, who's controlled it. Whippy. Whiting's come inside of Weber. Weber's gone outside, and the hookup wasn't there.
It looked like Weber was looking for somebody to switch back. They call that a church switch back inside of him, and didn't get that. And then at the last minute, a little bit of indecision.
Do I see something above the lip there?
He and Joseph Nichols have been growing the little caterpillars.
You know what? I don't feel that out of place these days now.
Yours is gray. Yours is a little more distinguished.
Yeah, there you go.
Yours is, they have summer mustaches, which means summer here and summer there.
There you go. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Crouch.
You of you to put it in.
Bind.
And here's a shout out to Haloti Nata on the far side there. One of the U of U coaches.
Haloti Moala.
Haloti Moala.
If he was Haloti Nata, he'd be playing in the NFL.
Well, there you go, Haloti.
Haloti was a great rugby player. Played for Highland, won a couple of national championships.
Slide that. Thank you. Right there.
And Haloti Moala on the sideline there. His son played rugby and then ended up playing football for the University of Utah.
I can see some concern on their faces. However, Haloti's got a smile now.
He's a great guy.
Bind. Set.
U of U's holding this one. Very effective, actually. Here we go. Now it's coming out. We see a bit of speed
He's
here.
got some speed, yeah.
Now, number 11, that was Raymond
Oh,
coming
nice
in
ruck,
from the left
Josh.
side. U of U's kept this.
No, leave it.
Weber goes left.
Oh,
He goes left again.
little
However,
quick, huh? Little quick.
Offside.
Matt Jensen's been caught offside here.
It's nice to see the BYU backs, especially their outside backs, contesting that tackle, right? When he went down, they came in and rucked over, slowed down the recycle, almost poached it. And that's good coaching, and that's good execution by those guys.
So we have the line out just inside BYU's 22-metre.
Kind of wish the cameras could get full shots of this, the grandstand and all the end zones full. This is a fun night. I see a lot of Utah fans up there in their red. Welcome to Southfield, guys.
Now the lights are coming into full effect now because the sun's crept over the back of this big building off to our right. U of U's moving it out into the midfield.
Crash ball. They love their big centers
Strong.
at the U.
Strong moves it up the middle. Now we've got Mayer. He sets it. U of U still moving it. Now they've gone out left. Gone out to their number 11. Raymond, but could not control that pass. And has knocked it forward.
Yeah. Seeing the big, strong centers for the U reminds me of years ago when Blake Burdett was playing in the centers. He's out coaching rugby at Penn State now. But that was a big center.
That's
and
right.
of course we had Celeste Sika playing in our centers at the same time. Seeing those two guys going at each other in the middle was fun to watch.
You're like a couple of bulls in midfield, eh?
Yeah.
Locking horns.
Crouch.
See the crowd here, folks?
There they are.
It's a pleasure to see this.
Set.
Mocky puts it in nicely. Good hook.
No, get behind the ball.
Joe Pakula sticking with his word.
Tackle only.
Drives forward. Oh, and that is.
Here's a chance for Utah. If they can get organized and maintain possession.
U of U's moving it forward here. And I tell you what, Rufflin's moving it effectively. He's kept up,
Ball's there.
put it to the ground when he needed to. Number 4, Mayer,
Black, leave it.
sets it back.
They're going to have to come up
Strong.
and take away space. They can't let these guys get ahead
Strong,
of steam.
how strong is strong? How strong is strong? Is he there? No, he sets it. Weber, out to Kupu. Kupu,
Oh, nicely
and
done.
who was
Nicely
that?
done.
Is that the hooker?
Straight down.
That's a good try. Good for Utah.
That's Goff the hooker, isn't it?
Yes.
Try for U of U.
Off of a knock-on, right? They just maintained possession, went through, looked like 5 or 6 phases.
Yes.
Goff has scored this.
So as Weber sets up for
He waits
the
till that
conversion,
says
there's only
40.
about
Yes, what we
15
have.
seconds left on the
up to you.
clock. During halftime, BYU is going to unveil the banner for the 2015 National Championship. So about 7 minutes into halftime, with about 3 minutes left, we're going to bring the team out and do a little unveiling.
That'll be great to see.
Oh, did he miss that one?
Goodness gracious.
Wow, he pulled that
Fair
one.
dinkum. Oh my golly. And
That's
he's
unlike Josh. He's a better kicker than that.
I got to give a shout out to a good man of mine, a good mate of mine, Dr. Nelson, Brent Nelson. Crikey, he missed that shot.
Captain.
Crikey.
So there you go.
Great first half. 28-5. I'll bet they wish they hadn't conceded. BYU hadn't conceded that try right at the very, very end. But a pretty good first half altogether.
How long is halftime? How long is half?
Couldn't ask for a better night to be out here at a rugby game.
So at half-time, BYU is 28, and the U of U have just been able to put some points on the board just before the half-time whistle. So
But he still took him high.
it's
Wave,
going to be a
Mark.
fun half here.
Wave, you're on
hello.
camera.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Right over there.
Can you believe it? Whoa, what a great shot. And of course, we have what's known as a quad rotor flying around us tonight. Looks like it's legal. It's got green lights on it.
I wasn't really sure, so I didn't call anything. I think Aaron
So it'll be
got
interesting to
signaled,
see what views we'll get once the video is produced from that quad rotor. Sign off, Justin. Sign off.
Well, we'll catch up with you when the second half begins and get excited for the unveiling of the national championship.
Introduce Josh Anderson.
And we'll watch a video on Josh Anderson, open side winger, number 14.
So there's the try. And here's another one. So Calvin Whiting goes around, wants to make it easy for himself on the conversion and dots down right behind the goalposts. And Weber, nice deft pass out to his mate Kevin Schofield on the right wing. And of course, finishing it off in style with a sidestep and swerve is our man Ryan Blazer.
Best program in the country, and it's really fun to be involved with good players, good teammates, a good coaching staff to be able to help myself get better. Rugby is important to me because I feel like in a way it's shaped my life and who I am. I think you learn a lot of things through sports, through training, coaches, and you learn a lot from your teammates. It's kind of a common question everyone always asks. You guys are so good. You've had 4 national championships in a row. How do you maintain your composure? The biggest thing for us as a team is we just focus on ourselves. So us personally and our team, and when you're surrounded with so many good players, so many good people, and you're just focusing on what you guys have as a group, all that other stuff kind of takes a back seat and we don't really have to worry about it. We're just focused on the here and the now and our current team.
plenty of activity out on the field. In fact, BYU just unveiled its new banner for winning the 2015 National Championship. And it's now resides along with the other 4 banners on the north side of the field. BYU will start this half on the west and will receive the kickoff. Not a breath of air tonight. Very calm. Just beautiful, beautiful conditions. And a shout out to the audience. Shout out to the crowd. Wonderful participation here. We couldn't be more excited to see them here. And there goes the kickoff. I think that's Jackson Kaka received that just outside his 22. BYU putting in some solid hits here. Now that looks like
Hold here.
Mr. Purcell. Jared Whippy.
Oh, we got it behind him.
Onside.
Launches it back into U of U's territory because there's nobody back there. They finally got back there and picked it up. And oh, fullback almost dropped that.
That was a nice kick chase. BYU was spread across the field, didn't leave any gaps. Nicely done.
Once again, U of U is controlling it at the base of their ruck there. There's some good hits going on here.
Entry, number 2.
Side entry.
All the
Side
way
entry,
around.
number 2, Mr. Foster. Alex Forster.
It's going to be fun to see which team comes out with more intensity. I imagine they both will. And see if there's any strategic changes for the games. It doesn't look like any substitutions that we've been made aware of. So it should be the same 15 on 15 as the first half. Oh, I'm incorrect. Tua is on at fullback.
Yeah, Mr. Tua is on at fullback for BYU. Now this kick has taken it close to the BYU 10-meter line. Goff looks out the back.
Go back, go back, go back.
Catches his man. And Weber sends it out. Kupu. There's a mishandle.
Stay in the 15, okay, until it's over. Yeah. No.
Jared Whippy marshalling his back line. And of course, this is an ideal situation. It's a split back line.
Yeah, they'll bring the fullback and the wing on one side, centers and the fly half on the other side.
Crouch.
Hey, watch tip.
Bind. Set.
I can't tell by the looks of our body language which side the ball's going to either. I don't know if that's by design. You know, you don't want to give a tell. But it doesn't look like either side's on their front foot ready to go.
Well, that's what you want to see, eh? It's very deceptive.
Don't give it away.
Yep.
It looks like there's more space to BYU's left side. There's only one defender on that big open side and then one deep fullback.
Set.
Now this is a more stable platform.
My guess is it's going to come over here to Tua.
Good hook.
Yep.
Pakula. Mocky slides off. And Anderson takes a good pass from Tua, and now it's back out to Sam Merrill. And Sam Merrill takes one line straight up. Maintains possession.
5.
And the tackler's not releasing the tackled player.
We had 5 behind the ball, laying on the ball. 2 didn't squirm away fast enough. So let's see, are we going to kick for touch? Looks like BYU's going to kick for touch, huh? Don't want to take the points.
Let's see how effective Whippy has put this through to the, where are we on there? How close are we to the line? Oh, just outside the 5 meter, maybe 5 meters outside the 5. So 10 meters from the goal line.
They've BYU have brought their blind wing into the back line, so they're at full strength in the back line.
Purcell goes up. Mocky gets it from him.
Wait! Lead it!
Ooh, now
Come from the side.
there's a
number 8.
few whistles going off here.
Onside.
Now Pakula decides to go himself. Catch them off guard here, and it looks like it could have been overcooked. Yes, that kick was overcooked.
You know, cute is for babies, not for rugby. Just spin the ball and score the ball. I
Well,
love
well
Jared.
said.
but
Well said, Jared.
just-
Well said, Justin.
They're a little too close. The quarters are kind of tight for that T-ball. They love the T-ball, and it's a great play when it's on. But I think they had numbers. Just run it through the hands and score the thing. So where are they? Are they on the
Yeah, they're
10 meters out again?
yeah, they're probably midway between the 5 metre and the 22. And there she goes, out the back. That was Rufflin bringing it down from the line,
Stayed
feeding
in.
his back line.
Stayed in. Counter-attack.
Now, Kevin Schofield has caught it and launches it into the middle. Tua has been tackled by solid defence here.
White ball, Luna, what? I mean, black ball.
Johnny Lane plays halfback. Purcell.
Oh,
Oh, looks like he got picked. And that's a very good demonstration of how you pick a player that's trying to keep the ball away from you on the ground. Now Anderson.
Look at that step.
He catches
Look at that step.
Catches his man off guard there and swings around him. Ooh, takes a hit, but nobody's held him. He still kept this going.
Backwards. Backwards.
Oh, it went
Well,
backwards.
referees said that was backwards. So BYU's knocking on the U of U door. Mocky sends it out.
Set it up.
Whippy's got
fellas.
it.
Set it up.
Now there's a bit of a mess here, so he's going to realign, and
Oh.
of course he's going to go in for a try. But I tell you what, referee doesn't like what he's seen
Did
here.
he run behind his friends?
He's saying that Jared Whippy has utilised one of his own players as a block.
Or three.
Man through 3 plays.
Well, yeah, let's go. 1, 2, 3. How many were there?
Well, he saw a gap and he took it. It just happened to be behind a couple of big boys.
Jared thought that was just Christmas, didn't he?
Oh, he had the finger in the air and kiss of the ball. He
Yeah.
was ready to go.
Not a hand laid on him, eh?
No. Looks like, who did we just bring on? Oh, Jackson Kaka's coming off.
Yes, Jackson Cook is coming off.
And
We've got a number 17 out
Careful
there.
about diving a player's legs without wrapping. Yeah.
So play will restart
17. Who went on it?
out
Wearing number 17.
close to the 10 metre
Waiting for
line.
Jackson. Brock
Stay
Markham.
here until the line out is thrown. Okay.
number 17 is
Wait for the
Brock
ball.
Markham.
Step forward. Step in here. Step in here.
Referee wants
Yeah, I know, but
the
you've been
line
stepping
clean
back
in the
and
middle.
leaving the line out.
Goff launches it. Tapped by Rufflin.
Advantage not caught.
Unplayable, however. Weber. Whiting.
Advantage over.
Whiting jinx.
White release.
Tests the U of U defence. Mocky out to Whippy. Whippy puts a chip through. Oh, and if these kicks were kept inbound, who knows what could happen.
Well, you know, he's emptying the arsenal. He's trying everything he's got. He's kicking the wide T-ball. He's doing the chip through.
Well, it's a good game to do it, isn't it? Very good game to do this.
Well, it's hard to give the ball away when you're down in that tight and you're putting the pressure
In or
on
out.
him. You just,
In or out. Get in. Thank you.
personal preference, I think I'd rather see them keep the ball in hand and just continue to recycle until they score, but it's okay. It's supposed to be fun.
See out the back. Rufflin gets it, and we have a clearance by Weber.
Okay, another chance. Let's see what they can do on this one. It feels like we've been down here the majority of the game, right? Territory-wise, we've been in Utah's territory most of the time.
Yep.
Got to find a way to get in and start the scoring in the second stanza. Oh,
Now, this has been picked. U of U stolen this one. Goff leaves it for his man. He leaves it actually for his fullback. Oh, look out.
there you go.
Look out, here's trouble. Well, the trouble has gone
Back for the knock.
because that back line has saved U of U
Never had a chance.
from a bad situation there. And as you can tell, the crowd is in the end zone as well. So, yes, there is a great looking crowd here tonight. It's quite festive tonight, isn't it, Justin?
Oh, it's a great game. Every time it's a BYU-Utah matchup, whether it's up there or down here, it's a great game. Fans love it. The players love it.
And the temperature is right where we need it.
Perfect evening.
Crouch.
So brought back, what, the original knock-on and is BYU's ball?
Yep.
Split field.
Mocky feeds it. Good hook. Straight back to the number 8, Pakula. Mocky sends it out wide. Now let's see if Josh Anderson does anything here. He's gone to ground, setting it. Wants to recycle it out to the right. Now Markham's taken this, the replacement. And there's Nye. Ricky Tui Hala Nania. I just like to get that word in every now and then.
and a good job you do of it.
Sam Merrill. He takes it up, drives it down. Sets it for his halfback. And Jared Whippy sent it out to Tua. And hello.
Offside, huh?
There's that usual
Here comes the quick
offside
tap
call. It's a quick tap.
He's kicked it.
Oh, what's happened here?
He kicked it and dropped it, so it was live, but it didn't go forward. That ball's out, pick it up.
Now Purcell's picked this up, knocking on the door.
Hold here for.
Okay,
Here we go.
I can tell they're going to be more
Here
patient.
we go. Foster goes. And looks like BYU's turned this over. But the referee has got his hands close to his pockets here. Oh.
Did he kill the ball?
Under pressure, you've committed an infringement deliberately. Off you go.
Yo.
Now,
Professional foul, huh? Is that
this is basically,
Discipline in this area.
yes, anytime you're within the 5 meters of either goal line and you infringe,
Offside.
chances are you might be getting a yellow card pulled out on you if you're a naughty boy. And that's
coal in the stocking at Christmas for
that's
that.
exactly what's happened here. So one of the players, one of the UVU players, and I didn't see the number on that one, Justin, has just received his piece of coal.
Yeah, he'll be off for 10 minutes, and it looks like they brought in a substitute in the it must have been somebody in the front row, so they had to bring in a front row sub to run the scrum and then bring one of the backs off.
So they're either going to play a 3-4 formation or a 3-2-1 formation. No.
Bang!
It looks like
Something like that.
looks
Here we
like
go.
there's more space to BYU's right side. 2 defenders.
Mocky feeds.
I think they're going to go right.
He's at the foot of Pakula. Pakula, he wants to pick it up here. Oh, if he had to pick that clean, he could have gone. And referee says that's no knock on, and Mockey's in. Luke Mockey sees the opportunity and seizes it. Try for Luke Mockey. You always like to see a halfback do that. That's what they're there for.
Well, so Joe Pakula's game is that 8-man pick, right? Picking it off the back of the scrum, making that 5-yard rumble and scoring. They defended it really well. Here's the problem. The defense slid out on Luke's pick, thinking that he was going to spin the ball wide, and he saw that and he just slithered inside. So while they defended Joe really well on the first one, they kind of they missed the second one.
Okay, so Whiting's
Good
converted
conversion.
Mockey's try. So that takes BYU to 35, which incidentally, if you divide that by 7, means 5 converted tries.
Yeah, he is 5 for 5. He's got the right boots on tonight. So let's see, we've got a substitute. It looks like, did Mendenhall get on? Zane Mendenhall came back on the front row. He had a mouth injury
On Tuesday night.
on Tuesday night. It looked like
High drop off on the restart. UVU's got the ball here and they're going to go for it. They're launching their forwards into BYU's forwards.
It's a rock.
Mills drives it up. Kingsford's in there. Now, he's got it out again.
oh, he found a
Now
gap.
Thomas is going to give BYU a go here.
Great tackle by Luke.
And this looks like the hooker Goff. And it
There's
is.
a pot of forwards to the left. They decided to go to the backs on the right.
UVU's driving here. They're so close now.
They'll use the big boys twice here.
And France has gone through. That's Rufflin.
Watch
He tests BYU's defense. Now it's come out to Weber. Weber gives it to Goff. We're at the 5-meter line here.
There you go, Zane.
Now Mills takes a heavy hit by Zane
Another one.
Mendenhall.
Good job, Zane.
And BYU's defense has forced a turnover here.
There's no effect on that. No effect on that. He's got to move out.
Right
Just
on
touch
their
it,
doorstep.
Okay? Just relax. You still had the ball.
Zane came in there, made 2 tackles in a row, jarred the ball loose on the second one. And I think he's got his mouth guard in tonight, which he may or may not have forgotten to wear on Tuesday night.
Yeah, you don't want to be leaving your mouthpiece out.
No.
It's a front
Not
row
in this sport of
substitution.
boxing
Front
or
row went
anything
off,
like
they
that.
Please
Huh?
swapped
won't
the guy, they
forget
took the
that
flanker off.
again.
No, no, no. Listen, that's the rugby laws, okay? Thank you, I'm fine.
Well, there's a bit of chat out there. Referees admonishing a few people.
Referee's got good control of the game, though.
Crouch.
They listen to him. He's definitive.
He's done a good job tonight.
Yeah.
Set.
Good feed by Markey. Again, that was Sam Merrill at the back. Markey sees the opportunity downfield, but it may not have been the best choice here, because here we go with number 11, Raymond.
They've got their kick chase in perfect position for that.
And I tell you what, it's basically 2-3 on 6. So they're outnumbered here, U of U. Okay, Mayer. Mayer
he
sends
made
it
it through.
across to Goff. Goff's on his way. Goff's on his way.
Great run, Goff.
No,
Oh.
it's lost in the poach. First knock in the poach.
Knock on. So U of U will retain possession.
Scrum here.
So this hasn't
No.
been a
It's
total
over. Your man's
loss.
back on.
They're still in the hunt.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
And we have Cosmo standing in front of us here,
Back up.
in front
back
of the
Back up, wait. Thank you.
commentary box.
He's looking sharp. He's got the black and blues on tonight, too.
Look at the shoulders on him, mate.
He's well, he's been working out. There he is.
Look at the shoulders on him.
Crouch.
Cosmo, you're on TV.
Bind. Set.
He'll never talk to me, no matter what I...
Right, U of U. BYU's pushed them back.
Oh.
And they've stolen it. BYU has stolen
Sam
it.
Merrill.
Sam Merrill. I tell you what, he's an up and coming good, just a great player, this young man. He's got the goods. Purcell wants to use his body mass.
Only a tackle.
Oh, look at that guy came right through it.
Markham's up there to help him. Merrill's down there again.
Zane.
Zane Mendenhall wants a lot of action, which he's getting. Now Jared Whippy
Wow.
gets us out of trouble, gets BYU out of trouble here.
That's a great
and that's
kick.
a good kick. That is a very good
Are you
kick.
kidding me?
That brings it out 5 meters into the U of U territory.
That covered, what did that cover? 55, 60 yards and landed right into touch, right out of bounds.
Good game so far, Zach Weber. Good defense, mate. Now we're spotting a man by Raymond for the U of U. He's had a bit of action tonight too.
Drop him in. Drop him in.
Okay, referee says drop a man, so
No, it's 6. That's fine. Yeah.
U of U set the number, and BYU had one too many, so they had to drop out, drop a player out. Ooh, not the best pass to the halfback.
Pakula's up quick.
Yeah, here we go. Number 12. That's Mr. Strong for the U of U. Now, let's see what their winger can do. Whiting's there to hold him up.
Ball is out. Two hands, two.
Midfield. U of U keeping possession.
Still a rock.
Strong again. Running strong. That's good. Oh, low.
Too far on the ground, or too long on the ground. 8's in a good position.
Yeah, that signal basically says the ball carrier's gone to ground and his support players didn't get in there in time, so BYU has the rights to the ball.
Was that Joe Pakula? He was just right there in good position, had his hands on it, and they held on too long.
Yeah. Once again, you young fellas out there, young boys and girls, or whoever, make sure that when you run, you don't decide to go to ground by yourself without support
You're good.
players
Just
there.
continue to hear it,
because
okay?
chances are you're probably going to get your pockets picked.
Yeah, I know.
So Calvin's got about 42, 43 meters. Looks like he's pretty much down the middle, maybe
Yeah.
just a little off.
Yeah, this will be a tester.
Yeah.
The old telephoto lens brings those posts up to within 5 feet of the ball.
It's wide.
But
He can make that kick.
Yeah, but believe Justin and I when we say this is out there, as you can tell by the dotted 10-meter line. And there she goes. He's actually punched this, and
Pushed it wide to his
yeah,
left.
that's what happens when you punch it.
22.
So was that when you don't follow through, you kind of leave it out there a little bit.
No,
Yeah, the
Coach
ball
was
wants
there.
to
I
go
was happy
somewhere
with
else,
it.
so you just got to nurse it over. Smooth kick, like a
That's all
golf
right.
shot.
So let's see, 5 for 6 on the evening for Calvin.
22-meter dropout. This is a good high, deep kick to the halfway line, and
Don't do
it's
that.
gone U of U's way because Pakula has dropped this one. Bit excited. Thought about running before he actually gathered it. He knows it too. He's upset with himself.
Bin is off, or bin is on, yeah.
21 comes on for the U of U. Vucky.
Careful. Just be careful.
So
you
the
have
bin's over, huh? They got their player back. They're back to full strength. Brought him back to the front row. Rearranged their backs to the backs, and everybody is where they ought to be.
Bind. Set.
6, please.
Referee says put it in. BYU is showing some dominance with these scrums, but U of U is effective in the hook and manages to get it out. Now here we go.
Oh, there's
this
the
is
speed.
number Raymond. This is Raymond, number 11. He's got some wheels, this young man. Taken down. Is there support there?
Come on.
Referee says he's okay.
It's not held.
Let's see what the U of U can do here. Franz gives it a go. Mayer gets it.
2 hands.
Cooper decides to bring it back in.
Yeah, BYU's pushing up really well on this phase stuff. When Utah's got the ball, you'll see the BYU defense just shooting up and taking away space. Sometimes better than others, but for the most part, they get a nice push. Here comes their push. Well, broke the gain line.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Justin,
Yeah.
have they brought their fullback up to take the halfback position? Because he's wearing the number 16 jersey.
Only a tackle.
It looks like they may have done that. May have put Weber out at fly half to try and get some offense going.
Now Strong is in there again. Now this is a belabored pass.
Offside,
Oh.
19.
Oh,
We had contact. We had a wreck. Hold.
yeah.
Okay.
Referee doesn't want him to take a quick one because he's talking to the defense. And this
Gave it to him again.
10 meters. You affected the play. Go
this is
back.
still going to go BYU's way because BYU attempted a quick tap and go, but the U of U were not back 10 meters from it or to the goal line if it's within 10 meters.
So he said Mendenhall was offside. Oh,
So knocking on BYU's door.
Play black.
And there's that number 11 man again,
good.
Mr. Raymond. This is Kingsford. And he gives it to his tight head prop Mills. Now he gives it to Mr. Strong again.
So Utah's not using a lot of space. They're staying pretty condensed, pretty consolidated in their attack. They're not going wide. They're not trying to find the edges. They're just going to take it right up the middle.
Oh, there's a tussle here.
Here they come again.
Kingsford sends it out.
Oh, trying to
where's
get
this
wide.
going to go? Is it going to go out? It is, but there's defense there. Whiting's there. Two is there. And BYU's held them.
They did that right after I said they wouldn't go wide. They proved me wrong. First time ever.
And there's some heavy hits here.
Still a rock.
This is where it becomes football. Stop them.
BYU
right
guys
there.
are in a 4-point stance. They're going to hit the beach. The Utah guys are going to pick and jam. Oh,
Kingsford sends it out. Weber
Oh, they got
launches
numbers.
it wide. And number 11. Did he put that down? Ooh, we're going to have to go up to the TMO.
Hold on.
see if we get a replay on that.
We will get a replay on this one.
Just checking.
And
Never saw a clear grounding. I'm going with a knock on, yeah.
Knock on.
if we can get a replay from this.
No try.
Wow, disallowed.
Oh, I tell you what.
Disallowed.
Hopefully we'll get a replay on this.
What an effort.
Here's the
though,
replay.
by-
So let's see what happens here.
Oh, it was
He
a
has
knock-on.
knocked it on.
Who's that number 11?
That is a good call.
This is Raymond.
Yeah, Raymond's knocked it on here. And
He's got some wheels.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
When that kid finds some space, man,
Are you
he's
getting treatment or
gone.
are you going off?
Yeah, I feel bad for him on that one. However, if you can't keep possession going over the goal line.
You know, he's usually the only one back. When Utah's on defense, they don't take both wings back. They don't play a deep 3. They're mostly playing a deep 1.5, I guess.
We don't have a hooker.
They put Raymond in the middle, and they'll bring the open side wing back halfway. That's
All right, let's go.
pretty normal.
Now, Foster's taking some time coming across here, so he must have been getting some repair work over on the north side of the field.
But
So Foster's here.
you know, their weak side wing is playing that gap, like he thinks BYU might try and run it out of here.
Set.
My money's on a clearance kick.
Mocky. Once again, it's a quality
I know nothing.
hook. Back to Pakula.
Their wing was in the right
Now,
spot.
Kevin Schofield's got the afterburners on here. Kevin Schofield's got the afterburners on
Give it.
here, but he's left the undercarriage down, and the grappling hook's got
nice.
him. Oh,
9.
referee's penalised. Mockey's come in there and gone to ground in support.
Well, I've got to give that Utah wing credit. He was in position, and BYU did run it out of their own 5. That's unusual. Usually they'll clear that and take the pressure off, but they decided to go right at him.
I think that was Hafen for U of U coming across there and stifling that run of Schofield's.
Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna pontificate anymore. I'm not gonna prognosticate anymore because I've been wrong twice in a row. According to my wife, I'm wrong.
Well, we'll see what
all
happens.
the time.
We'll see what happens, Justin. You keep doing what you're doing, mate. Right.
Wait.
Referee says that's a good throw. Nice gentle move forward by the U of U forwards. Oh. Now Whiting came up because he saw the opportunity that U of U had, and he wanted to shut the door on it, which he's done.
Rug is fine.
Stolen.
Foster's there. Whiting's playing halfback. No. Mocky comes in as halfback.
Leave it, no heads.
Markham. He's halfback. Now Tua's out to the left.
Oh, little
Does
chip.
a chip kick.
Get a bounce.
Oh, he just about pulled it off too.
First knock.
Utah knocked on, huh?
Then a second.
Whoop. That looks like Kingsford.
I think he got a hand on the face. Or
That is Kingsford, I do believe.
when that ball bounced up. I don't know.
Is there anything I need to look at there?
Ooh, either the crowd. Oh, is the crowd seeing something we're not?
Oh, Cosmo's got him doing the wave or something. He's
Oh,
over
is
there
that what he's
cheering.
doing?
Yeah, I don't think this is about the game. I think
Oh, it
it's
is
about
too. There he is.
Cosmo. Yeah.
He's over there by the halfway.
It's 22. Okay, so we'll reverse.
Oh, you
they're
can't beat
talking-
Cosmo.
The assistant referee's talking about
22.
Tua, and they're bringing him over.
22.
Yeah,
So number 22.
calling for Tua.
This doesn't look good for Tua. He's been called in by the referee.
I think he might have, if we had a replay, I think he might have got a hand up high on that Utah
Just give me
player.
the mark, okay?
Okay. Now what's the call here?
Just wrap next time, okay? We're going with a penalty for. We're going for a penalty for no wrap, all right?
Okay,
let's
so
go
he's going to
back
get
time.
pinged for no wrap.
Okay,
So he's done a bit of a football hit.
here it is.
Let's see what happens
Right
here.
here.
Oh, yeah,
it was high,
the
yeah.
arms come up, hit the back of the head of Markham.
So you had the
I
ball
should
kind of
say,
bouncing. You had the man there. It was
Kingsford.
a little bit of. Oh, here comes the ball overhead. A little bit of indecision, I think, on Tua's part, and just
Weber takes the kick.
that was a fair call, though, right?
Yep, puts it out to the 10-meter line.
Give him the penalty and keep playing.
So that backs BYU up, back to the 10-meter line. U of U takes it. Weber skips his inside man. That's number 14, Hafen, coming in on from the right. Whoa. Oh, my goodness.
Holding
Wow.
on.
The penalty count is climbing.
Isolated.
Penalty count is climbing.
Let me go for points on this one. Of course, I don't know anything. That's been determined.
Points.
Oh, they will go for points. I was right. Okay, I'm redeemed.
There you go, mate.
Responsibility now.
I'll give you 1 for 1. We've
Take
just started
ownership
again.
of penalties. Don't argue with me. Just take it. And fix it.
Jared
Thank
Whippy
you.
had a really nice tackle
Please
on
work
that
that
play, and but the referee is asking him to maybe not discuss the game with him.
Yeah,
Keep it to himself.
his calls tonight. He's actually done well. Derek Summer. He's done a very good job tonight, I do believe. He reminds me of Nigel Owen, the Welshman,
Oh yeah,
Welsh referee. Very courteous, very direct,
very clear.
very clear,
Yeah, players
Yeah.
like that.
and control the game well.
You know, even if the referee is marginal in his call, if it's very direct and very clear, you just move on.
So, Whiting launches this one, and
Pushed it
this
again.
is going to go off to the left. So he's going through his checklist again to say to himself, what have I got to do?
Back up, White.
Drop out. Straight up the guts. Mocky. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Sam Merrill.
No,
Oh, no, that's Mendenhall.
That's Mendenhall. Woo! Oh, he does the old
Oh.
basketball pass, but it's
Zanery.
come awry. It's gone awry.
Where was that going?
Okay, U of U. Kingsford sends it out.
Good tackle.
Number 13 is Thomas.
Counter fine. Black, leave it.
Oh, shame. And Goff, once again,
Well,
thought about moving early, but he's taken his eye off the ball and dropped it.
Yes.
I think Zane Mendenhall got away on that run and probably had a smile on his face, got a little excited, got a little anxious, and then just flung the ball into nowhere. Zane.
Well, I tell you what I've been impressed with tonight, Justin, is the quality of ball at both set pieces and rucks and mauls. Not a lot of mauls, but certainly at the rucks there's been some quality feed setups at those.
Yeah, both sides do really well in the tackle.
Like, there we go. Look, Mocky comes off, feeds it out to Jared Whippy.
Oh,
And oh my
little
gosh,
loop.
Josh Anderson sneaks in outside Whippy's shoulder.
So you bring that blind wing in, you let him kind of sit in the shadow of your fly half. and
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah, well, the fly half will read the and the wing will read the gap inside or out. If it's a big outside gap, he just pops the ball in there and off you go. If it's an inside gap, it's back off his left shoulder and away you go. So really great anticipation by both of those guys and a nice ball.
Oh, did you
There
see
you
that?
go.
You know what set that up? Jared looked out wide to Weber,
Opened up a gap that way, didn't he?
pulled the defensive eyes out wide, and of course, Joshua Anderson sneaks in off his right shoulder, and Josh Whippy just gives him a nice, gentle flip,
Yeah.
and he's in.
Jared's a really good player. He uses his eyes, his head, his hands. He uses everything to manipulate the defense. Manipulate, penetrate, and away you go. And Bob's your uncle, right?
Well, I tell you what, mate, yeah, Bob's your uncle,
Bob's
and I
your uncle.
tell you what, I've never met a Fijian that's not up to the task in the game of rugby.
Is that the first for Josh Anderson? That is.
Whiting converts.
So these Whippy boys were basketball players growing up. They
Well, there you go.
they played a little bit of rugby when they got to New Zealand for the last couple of years of high school, but prior to that, straight basketball family. Their brother, Marcus, plays professionally in New Zealand.
BYU 42, U of U 5. This running time 71 minutes. So not much longer in this game. Okay. That was Pakula. Oh, they've turned it. U of U wants to have a nip here.
Is it Black?
They're rumbling.
Advantage over.
Ball set. Rufflin drives it in.
Hands Black.
Kingsford sends it back, but somewhat of a hospital pass there.
It's a maul.
It's a maul because it hasn't hit the ground. Now it's on the ground. Now Weber's a bit of a sneaky one here because he thought he'd get his left wing and down the side, but the communication wasn't there.
I think the Utah backs have been a little more dynamic and gotten the ball wider a little bit better with Josh in at 10 instead of at 9. I think, in my opinion, I think that's a more natural position for him at fly half. He likes to make the calls. He likes to read the field. He's pretty good with the foot. And I actually look to see them do something pretty good right here.
So we have number 22 up the front for the U of U, Sully.
Now you're good.
Here they come.
Kingsford sends it out. Webber's out there at fly half. And there's our number 11 man, Raymond, again.
Yeah, they brought him in from the blind wing.
Kingsford. Mayer.
Nice.
Haven's got it. He stays on his feet. Morrison.
Oh, stolen, huh? Stolen.
Oh, they've coughed it.
Josh Anderson poached that.
They've coughed it up. So BYU has possession. And
Oh, I've got it.
Jared Whippy decides to kick it our way. Justin's going out there to try and catch it, but no. No, number 13, Thomas. He wants to run it straight back up the field. Gives it to his wing, Hafen.
Excuse me. Good play.
Weber's getting his men organized.
Oh, there's a bit of a bump. Mr. Haven's knocked him a bit here. And this is the hooker Goff.
Man,
he's all over the paddock.
he's really had a nice game, yeah.
Yeah, he's all over the paddock, that guy.
Very mobile.
Oh, now they've been forced off this. But it's a bit of a,
He's letting
you have it, I have it.
letting him play on. It looked like it might have been knocked down by BYU.
Kingsford to Rufflin. And we get it out. And Sully's handed it off here. Kingsford. Let's see what Morrison's going to do.
Lost block, leave it.
No more movement, so go to ground, set the ball down. Now Webber feeds it back in. Feeds it back into Raymond, but he hits a wall.
Yeah, they've been trying to feed him off of the blind wing.
Now Johnny Lane's on the ground.
play
He
on.
might have a bit of a pull here on the calf. Yeah, he's hopping. He's hobbling, I should say. Tell you what, number 11 for the U of U. He's put his body on the line tonight.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, mate. That's Raymond for U of U. Hats off to you. Right, so that kick takes BYU down to the U of U 5.
Looks like Utah has brought on a replacement player, number 24, Vance. What is he coming on for? Looks like
Let's go, White.
second row player.
So Vance is on. And the crowd's in on this. Looks like the U of U crowd is there too. Here we go. It's out the back.
It's over.
It's a drive. It's a drive. It's a drive.
There's your maul, Mark.
Here we go. We haven't seen too many of these tonight, but this is the place you want. And there we go.
Well done.
That is a try.
Good job.
Folks, if you want to see a maul, that's a maul, and a successful maul at it because it comes away with points.
Well, they knew exactly what they wanted to do. They got that penalty. Weber kicked it down into the 5, and they knew from there they could set up their line out into a maul, and BYU didn't have enough guys or didn't get low enough or whatever the issue was, and really well done by Utah.
Yeah,
really.
well done, Utah.
Yeah, strategically and the execution.
Yeah, that was picture perfect.
Thank you.
You know who I think is one of the best teams on the planet for that sort of stuff is the South African Springboks. Oh, they're brilliant, eh?
Yeah,
Kiwis, the All Blacks are good. They're all good, but that seems to be one of their expertise. The things they do and do
They're
well.
still loud. I love
See
it.
if old Weber
You
can
know, 76 minutes in, they're
poke
still
this
loud.
thing
It's
through.
great.
Weber, and he's challenged, but the challenge
Nice.
is unsuccessful because Weber's put this through.
He was a little more patient on that kick. Those first two, he kind of was quick and pulled them to his left. That one, you just saw him come up smooth and stroke it.
So
Good
the
job,
U of
Josh.
U gets themselves into double-digit territory.
3.5, 4 minutes to go, it looks like, huh?
So it's 42 BYU, 12 U of U. Well taken by U of U. controlling this. Now,
There he goes again.
he's not held. That's that number 11, Raymond again.
I love that guy. I'll tell you, there has not been any letdown in this game. We're in the 78th minute.
These are the type of games you want to come watch, huh?
There is no slowdown, no letdown.
The U of U's turned this over.
Whiting.
And I think Whiting's going to take an opportunity.
Whiting.
And he does.
Oh, he stole that one. Nice job, Calvin.
Try for Calvin Whiting.
The crowd appreciates that effort right at the end of the game. I don't see anybody leaving. It's senior night, by the way, the last home game of the season. So when the game ends, they'll line the seniors up and give them their senior blanket.
Very good.
With the BYU Rugby logo on it and send them on their way.
Too good.
And get ready for the playoffs, I guess.
Nice. Very nice.
You want me to get you one, Mark? Did you ever get a senior blanket?
I never got one.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Oh.
Don't tell anybody.
Hey, Justin. Mum. Mum.
When they're not looking?
So Calvin Whiting here. Slots it down the middle. So that takes it out to 49.
He is, Calvin Whiting, 7 for 7 on his conversions and 0 for 2 on the penalties. So 7 for 9 overall. Towed that
There you
through.
go. It's a turnover by the U of U.
And they weren't anywhere near him. Once he towed that through, he was on his own.
And of course, a guy like Calvin Whiting or Zach Weber or any of those midfield backs, they'll make you pay if you do that. BYU has got this. No, U of U, sorry.
Nice pass, Josh.
Now, let's see what the back line can do. We're moving it up here.
Yeah, they'll recycle well. If they can string together 4 or 5 phases, they may have a chance here.
Ooh, heading in the middle. Kingsford. That was Sully.
Play on.
Sully out to Goff.
8 away.
You're not letting go.
Oh, he's going to get pinged here.
Release.
Oh.
Play on.
Yeah,
He's 10.
BYU must release.
There goes Goff again.
The defender must release the ball carrier. He's got to have an opportunity to release it. So U of U still moving here. Weber.
They're
strong. And there goes the full-time hooter.
Stay there.
A few of them are taking the ball standing still. They're not really taking the ball moving on to it.
That's Elba, number 18 for the U of U.
Lost.
Wanted to get your name in Mr. Elba. And who's that? 21, that's Vucky.
Oh. And it went forward.
Oh.
He ripped it and knocked it on.
And that's the full-time whistle.
40.
So referee Derek Summer calls it time.
Good stuff, brother.
BYU wins the Wasatch Cup for 2016 with a score of 49-12. We'd like to thank everyone for turning out this evening, particularly our fans at home. Wonderful fans at home. You can't get a better group than this. And those that watch us on the internet, we appreciate you showing up as well on the internet. Drop us your comments. Don't send them my way, send them to Justin Nadol. I'm sure he's got time and patience to read them.
Yep, appreciate some of our guys. DP sending me some text during the game and some of the other fellows. We appreciate you watching from all the reaches of the world. And congratulations to BYU. That's a number of years in a row to win this Wasatch Cup.
So, once again, BYU and U of U come out to entertain the fans. It's never a dull game, this one. Sure, the score might have been a bit lopsided, but for the most part, there was a lot of quality play in that game.
You know, that's about the same score that Cal beat Utah by last weekend up in Utah. So,
yeah,
if you're going on score,
you did right, Justin. Yeah.
If we run into Cal later on in the season, it may end up being a pretty good matchup if you go off of common opponents.
Very good point. Now there's Mocky. There's Purcell. There's Mocky. Pakula. Oh, these guys are enjoying the game. And there's Mocky over for the try.
For as young as the Utah team were, starting 6 freshmen and only having 3 seniors on the starting lineup, I think they did really well. They ought to be proud of
I
themselves.
tell you what, that's one of the bigger U of U teams I've seen for a while, boy.
Well, they got some big kids in
They
the
got some
centers.
big boys, eh?
Yeah, yeah. And number 11, what is his name again? Raymond.
That's Raymond. He's got some wheels.
Full credit for Raymond.
So right now, folks, this is seniors night, so we've got some celebration out in the middle. Coach Turafiti is having some fun. My compatriot here on the sideline in the commentary box, Justin Nadal, will be out there to celebrate with the seniors. And Coach Smith, a very humble man, the brain trust behind all this, is coming off to the side and letting the boys entertain themselves and enjoy themselves. Johnny Lane, you've had a good game tonight. I see Matt Jensen through that gap. So, as is customary, because this is a faithful university, the boys, BYU boys, will end this with a prayer. Well done. So Cosmo, we thank you once again for visiting with us. And we hope you come out as long as you can, as much as you can. So BYU, 49, U of U, 12. Signing off for Justin and myself, and we hope you've enjoyed this evening's game.
Stay there, stay there, stay there. Stay there, we're going to do seniors now. Jim, Brandon.
With tonight being the final home game of the regular season, it's senior night for some of our BYU rugby players. And as is our tradition, we like to present them with their senior blanket. So we'll call their names. They can come through, receive their blanket from the coaching staff and the administration. Our first senior tonight is number 8, Joe Pakula. Next up is Nick Purcell. Front row specialist, Zane Mendenhall. The last of the Blazer brothers, Ryan Blazer. From the wing, Josh Anderson. Steve Livingston. Number 9, Luke Maki. Josh Jensen. And last but not least, Brock Markham. Congratulations, seniors of 2016.